Adele from Let's Get Inkie, and today I have a flip through of my super junky Use It Up journal. So this is a journal that I started, I wish I'd written when I started it inside, but I think it was a couple of years ago. And essentially I started it just as a place to slap some extra paint when I had leftover paint from another project, and I would create just backgrounds. If I had leftover, if I had a stencil that I'd used, I would just use some leftover paint and pop it on. And then I went back through and I made them all into proper art journal pages. So I thought I'd give you a flip through. There's also a non-chatty version of this video that I'm uploading at the exact same time, so if you'd rather just a quick flip through, you can watch that one in the description. But it's been a process. The spine is a little a little warped. This is the Dilutions Creative Journal in the smaller size, and I really love the covers of these journals, and I love the aesthetic of them. The paper and I have a love-hate relationship. It's kind of like it looks very white on camera, but it's kind of a creamy color, which I'm not a fan of, but I love the size. So this has just accrued paint over time, and I love how the front cover looks, and so is this little part. I don't think I have anything in the envelope. I don't think I've ever opened it, but let's go along. I'll let you know if there's any process videos that I can think of in here. I did do a couple of bulk art journaling processes on my Patreon where I did like 6 or 7 pages at the same time, but essentially I just used up all my extra paint, and then I could do some art journal pages without getting messy. So we've got, this was one of the first pages that I did, and I did jump around quite a bit in the journal, so I didn't exactly go from the first page to the last page. I only realized that halfway through, and I think that's what has done some issues. Well, it's also because it's chunky, but I think that hasn't helped my spine. So if you are doing this, I would suggest putting your paint just anywhere randomly. Don't necessarily start at the start. This is one of my favorite pages. I think it's just because of the gold. I was testing out a gold foiling pen that has gone missing in my stash somewhere. So I don't know if you can see the writing that I did there, but I just really love the look of it, the black background, bit of washi tape, and the pop of fluoro orange, which if you watch either of my YouTube channels, you'll know orange and I aren't friends, but it's sometimes nice to step out of your comfort zone. My favorite places to find images are either fashion magazines or like this one I think is from Bazaar, is one of my favorites to cut up, or Frankie magazine. I also like Flow and Daphne's Diary sometimes. I think I prefer the style of Frankie and Flow a little bit more. This was actually from, we went on a wine tasting with friends. I don't drink wine, so I just hung around and looked at the wineries, but this is from one of the brochures, and I just really loved the detail in the hand. I just thought it was a cool image. I also have used some old photos. I found a stash of photos from my teen years, and so that I printed out. I think I had them on my wall of my old bedroom at my parents' house, and so I've been sticking those in, trying to use up tiny word stickers as well. Some pages are a little more simple. It was a good way to experiment with different styles, and because I kind of gave this journal a bit of a vibe of not caring about it, because I was just slopping paint anywhere and everywhere, and so unlike my normal art journal, it didn't have the pressure of having to be perfect. This one I feel has a process video. I think I may have done this one on a live scrap stream, maybe on my Inkie Quill YouTube channel. This one I'm pretty sure has a process video. This one I had a lot of issues with the blue just seeping through on everything, but we got through it in the end. This page still, I feel like it still needs something, but I think it's time to walk away from it a little bit. This one was definitely done on a scrap stream, and I think it was done right at the end because I just plonked all the things on there. It was a very wild and chaotic page. I love the look of just like a focal image with a few tiny word stickers and some stenciling in the background. Some of these pages have modelling paste on them, so this one has a floral in the background with modelling paste. I have been experimenting with my newest journal. Oh, this is one of my favourites too. I've been experimenting with my newest art journal of not having any modelling paste in it, because of course modelling paste is essentially like a 3D goop that you spread through a stencil, or you can spread it straight on the page, and it leaves and it dries in a 3D way, not flat like paint, and it does chunk up your journal a little bit. So I've been experimenting with my latest journal not doing that, and I love the look of that too. So I think it's fun to kind of experiment with different styles in different journals. This was taken the day that Archie was born. I was almost 42 weeks at that point and felt like a basketball. I had a lot of photos that I accidentally double printed, or actually this one had a, my printer kind of printed a weird green stripe in it. So I just put them in my art journal box and saved them for later. I think I did this one at a retreat. This book's really good to pull out if you feel like doing some art journaling but don't feel like getting really messy, because a lot of the time the background's pretty much done and you've just got to add the finishing touches to it. You could also make a journal like this. I love this page. This is also one of my faves. It's the gold and the soft pastels and this girl, and I just love it all together. You could also do this same technique and just make a whole use it up journal of backgrounds. I love this one as well, and I think it's the choppiness of the brush strokes with this colour combination, and I used one of my favourite stencils as well. Sometimes I use some packaging in there, try to use that up, and I've been doing a lot of hand lettering along as well. Sometimes they get stuck to each other, so this is a, I forget what brand it was, but it was a texture paste that I used. It was a gold one, and I hate it. It's so sticky and it just sticks to everything, and so it ripped off some of her face, but you know, that's okay. The thought's still there, and it hasn't destroyed the page. It just, she's just got a bit of texture to her face. I think this might have been a live stream one, I think. It's great for using up scraps of collage paper and things as well. It's good for sopping up spills. If you ever spill paint, I have used my journal before to just mop it up a little bit, and bam, you've got half an art journal page done. This one I think was done in a Patreon video. This is a live stream or a process video. There's definitely something for that somewhere. But it's just there's no real set style. This has got a process video. No real set style to it. It's just kind of having fun, sticking in, playing with different types of paints as well to see what I like the best. This one was an energetic page. I like to use the word energetic because it gives a nicer connotation than chaotic. This page I had a lot of trouble with. The colours that were underneath were just, they'd mixed. I'd done something over this side and it was just making a muddy mess. So black paint's your best friend. If you end up not liking the background, just slap some black paint over it, or put a stencil on and kind of go the black paint around. Some hiiiii shine. It was fun to also use up a lot of bits that I just had lying around. So these were some die cuts from a junk journal process video. This is one of my stickers that I made from some of my Patreon printables. This is a Patreon printable as well. A little DIY embellishment that I had sitting on my desk. I think this might have been one of the first pages that I made, maybe. This was one of my latest ones and I love it. I love the way it turned out. I think it's the contrast between this side looking all dark and black and then this side all bright and pastel-y, kind of pastel-y. I love the way this page looks. Oh, this page, if you watch the Patreon video with this one in it, you'll know we went on a journey. This was a page that I hated the background, absolutely hated it. It was bright orange everywhere with chunky, awkward modelling paste all over it, and so I worked with it in the end. Used up a heap of tiny word stickers, which was good. But yeah, that page went on its ups and downs. I think I experimented with some new paint pens here and also some new ink, like some India ink that I had. And just kind of having fun. This is a really thick page. I don't know if you can hear that, but it's so chunky. And so I suggest if you are planning on doing a lot of collage in here beforehand, I would suggest maybe taking out a couple of the center pages just to give yourself a little bit more wiggle room. I wish I'd done that, but I didn't. So, because you get to the end of the book and things are a little bit curved. This page I have to seal it with some sealer because this texture paste is just disgustingly sticky and ugh. This page was a little wild as well. Sometimes they're a little chaotic, a little busy, lots of patterns all together, but that's what you get from a use it up journal, where you're not working on one page from A to Z. You're kind of doing a little bit of G and a little bit of M and then a little bit of A and coming back, and it goes here, there and everywhere, so you can't quite always plan out the backgrounds that you're going to use and the shapes and things like that. I like this one too. I think I really like the style of having some sort of focal person image on one side and then a lot of space. I'm really liking that kind of look. And then here's the final page. This page, I had been procrastinating because I love just the background as itself so much, but I thought that if I left this page as just the background, it would look odd compared to the rest of the journal, so I did it and I love it in the end. But it did take me some courage to put something on this page, but I've got to push past that. We've got to push past the perfection and just have a go at slapping some things together. And look, every page is not my favorite page in the entire world, but that's okay. It's about having fun with the process and using up some supplies and experimenting with new things and just having fun with art. That's my goal. Alright guys, I hope you've enjoyed this little flip through. Don't forget, I will put the link, if you, hopefully by now, if you wanted the non-chatty version, you've gone there. And you can also search, I think I might put some playlists together for this channel and put different types of journals, process videos all together. So hopefully I've done that by now, and I will see you at the next video very soon. Let me know in the comments any videos that you'd like to see. I've finished 2 journals in a month, which is, whoa, that's big. It's big for me. I don't go through journals that quickly, so I've been very proud of finishing up some unfinished journals and actually, you know, completing them, because I am a little guilty of half finishing journals or just doing like 5 pages and giving up, but I'm being really trying to get those out of my stash and get them completed, because this is so much more fun to look through. Alright guys, I will see you in the next video very soon. Bye!